upbeat music. Thanks for staying with us. Well, the federal government, we went from upbeat music to the federal government. I like that. It's a smooth transition. It's stuff you need to know because a new act was just passed. It's redefining current retirement and pension laws, something we should all be thinking about.
Financial advisor Jeff Sheppard is here with the details. Welcome to the show, Jeff.
Thank you, guys. Great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. It's kind of a different show when we talk about this and the money, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. But you guys do a great job, and this is a lot of fun.
Well, thank you.
Thank
We're
you so
glad
much.
you're here because it is very, very important to talk about our money. That's our entire life. And this new law that was just passed. Tell us about this and how it's going to impact all of us.
Yeah, this is a big deal. The Secure Act was passed, and the Secure Act deals with retirement accounts, 401k, IRA accounts. Now remember, those are most of the time your accounts that have not been taxed yet. And so there's some new tax law that they just put in on January 1st. Number one, you used to be able to wait until you're 70 and a half to take money out. That's called required minimum distributions. So they moved that to 72. So now if you have an IRA and you're thinking, well, I have to take money out of this, don't I? You do, but that doesn't start until 72, all right? The biggest change, though, came from a non-spousal beneficiary. So in other words, if my mom, who has an IRA, all right, if she were to pass away and I, as her son, inherit an IRA, taxes have not been paid on this yet. Before January 1st, I had the ability to do what was called a stretch IRA. I could stretch out those payments and those taxes my whole lifetime. Well, that's over. Now you have 10 years. So you have 10 years and you have to take that money in that 10 years. If you wait, you can wait till the very last minute, but at year 10 you have to take it all out, pay all those taxes, run that through your tax return.
So, Jeff, obviously that's a big deal and we need to know about it. But before we get into why that is such a big deal for so many people, everybody knows, I think, probably what a retirement fund is. But can you break down what an IRA is?
Yeah. IRA, individual retirement account. So at work, we're working, and most of the time we're putting money in a 401k or 403b. That's an employer-based plan. So if I work for an employer and they have a plan, I can put money into it. Those are called contributions, and then my employer matches those contributions, maybe or maybe not. But it's with the employer. When and if I transition from that employer somewhere else or into retirement, I am eligible at that time to roll that money over to an individual retirement account. Now, if I'm real aggressive in my retirement savings, I can actually contribute to my 401k and set up an individual retirement account outside of my work plan and make additional contributions. Of course, I got to pay bills and that kind of thing too, but if I'm real aggressive and I'm a real saver and a real planner, I can do both at the same time. But most people will transition when they're retiring from that 401k work plan into an individual retirement account, an IRA, just because you have more options, you have more flexibility, you can do a lot of more different things.
It's so complicated. This is why we have people like you to break this down for us.
It is complicated. There's a lot of moving parts, and they change, just like the Secure Act. As soon as you think you have things figured out, the federal government comes in, or the state of Kentucky comes in, make a little change in the tax law. It changes the strategy a little bit. And so we do recommend that you come in. At Family Wealth Group, we do events all the time, educational events, both in the public setting and the private setting. I've been doing a lot of events in different businesses, just simply educational events to say, hey, here's what this bucket looks like, here's how it's taxed, here's what you ought to think about. A lot of people don't know about Roth IRAs. Right. Those are after-tax individual retirement accounts. And so understanding that from 10,000 feet, or definitely having somebody to walk you through that, is very important.
Jeff, when should we start thinking about starting a retirement?
About 10 minutes ago. No, you really should start thinking now.
Okay.
No matter what age you are, if you're young and you're working, do some research on your 401k plan to see if you contribute, does your employer match? If you're starting to get closer to retirement, you really need to know what are your Social Security benefits, how close are you from being out of debt?
And you can
all of
help us
those.
with all of this,
That's
right?
what we do.
So how do we get a hold of you, Jeff?
Yeah, thefamilywealthgroup.com is our website. We're located over in Hamburg, real easy to find. 859-309-0349 is our phone number.
Awesome.
So
and all your information is up there. We appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
Thank you
helping
so
break
much.
down the tough topics. Go talk to him. Get your money right. And stay with us. We have cooking next.
Hey.